Hi. So one of the topics that I had somewhat glossed over was the issue of abandoned models or stagnated models. Um, One of the viewers made comment, and I thought this was a very worthwhile thing to discuss. Um, you get to a point where you're struggling to just get that flow going to push the model to the next steps, or you're just setting it aside for some reason, or you're actually in a rut where you're not doing your modeling at all but you want to and it's ready. Now, I've had this and I still have it, and I know that I'll always have it for certain aspects of models. So I did briefly discuss canopy masking. So on these Mustangs, for instance, that is, as canopies go, that is about as easy as you can get a canopy masking. And when it's something as easy as that, and it's still a bit of an annoyance. I mean, maybe somebody likes masking canopies, but I find it one of the absolute chores of model building. But when you hit something like that, well, yep, your model can now just stand. I get that with canopy masking. I get it sometimes with decalling. So this the CX500 that I'm doing, which has got the really difficult decals, I am pushing through on that one because I've got good flow energy. But on many other models, my model just stays without decals for ages because I just can't face putting on either so many or so difficult, or let's say sometimes I've put on the one side decal and it disintegrated, and now what do I continue, or are all of the decals going to do this? And it's especially bad when they're not blatantly disintegrating. You can still get a few right, but a few are going to go wrong. So now what? You're going to have an aircraft with half the decals on, or what? Now my speciality area is construction. I enjoy it and it never tires me. I love the challenge of getting construction right. I like the challenge of using glues correctly, using strengthening areas, adding in extra bits of plastic or pinning or things like that. I like getting symmetry right. I enjoy painting as well. Painting is a close second, but painting requires masking often, and masking I hate. So we've got a little bit of, there's things which I know make my model flow easily, and it'll differ from modeler to modeler. For some modelers, maybe construction is actually the really annoying part, and they like the painting. For me, I've somewhat solved this, or all I've done is shift the problem sideways by working on more than one model. And when two models hit stagnation, I just work on 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm not going to tell you how many sort of half-builts because I don't know the number. What happens is many of these aircraft which have reached some point for some reason then just get shelved, and I work on more. So I'm like about the worst for finishing things. I have got tons of half-builts. Some of them did stagnate for an actual difficulty area on the model. Some stagnated just because I wanted to look in the next box. Oh, this will be nice to start building. Let's start assembling that. And it's really attractive for me to do so because assembly, and initial assembly especially, is what I really like doing. So yeah, really, really bad habit on not completing stuff, but I overcome my stagnation in a sense. The best that you can do is keep energy flowing on a particular project. As soon as something stands for a long time, You can't remember what you were supposed to do, what your next steps were. Even your hand skill, you were really in tune with a particular model. You knew what you were doing. Maybe you even had the paint colors waiting there, so you know which paint tins or bottles you had for that. So if I have to pull out some of my half builds, I have no idea what paint color I was using there. So the reason that this one is minus canopies is because of canopy masking. The reason that the Mustangs are waiting at the moment, that's another one of them, is not for any specific reason other than there's now a lot of decoiling to do. There is still more masking and painting to do on some of them. So I suppose the only thing holding me up on that is the fact that I'm now paying my attention to some of the motorbikes. I also avoid disappointment in a particular area. So on a particular model, I might find that I'm now annoyed by the kit because they didn't make it properly, or I've sprayed something badly, or I've lost a decal on something, and I don't mean lost, I mean it's got damaged. I don't let that block me because I have so many other projects that I'm working on, so I can continue my development in another area. But that doesn't solve the problem that specific aircraft or model still needs its attention. But at least I'm keeping my flow somewhere, which is okay for me. So if I have 20 projects on the go all at one time, and I certainly do, I have more, I'm making progress somewhere on something. So all that happens is my intended projects don't get finished, others do. But I mean, it might be worth you considering that. So if you're a little bit stuck on something, don't get as bad as me with so many projects on the go, but have quick and easy kits, simple airfix, just to let you feel you're not working on something perfectionistically. You're okay with just keeping things going. Let's mess around with this for a while, and you'll get your higher energy requirement back on the more important model soon. Getting out of a rut on not building at all, I almost think is just the same thing. Have that simple model which you can just mess around with. It doesn't matter. No one's judging you on anything. A lot of the reason that we stagnate is because of perfectionism in a particular area. We're scared to progress because it requires a lot of very good detail or very good work in a particular area. Sometimes I even grab a Airfix or a Matchbox kit and build it straight up, no painting, just as I did when I was 6, 7, 8, 9 years old. Because again, I get my reward out of the construction area. So for me it works because I'm able to practice that, make a very nice aeroplane. Sure, you're not going to put it next to the other nicely painted models, but it's okay. I mean, most of the time I'm enjoying my models while they're on the go. Once they're finished and they put in a display case, how often do I really go and take them out and look at them? Most of my enjoyment is while they are in progress. Give me your comments. We might do a follow-up on this one. Quite a common and important topic, I think. Add your thoughts, add your comments. Hope you enjoyed that. Cheers.